How would you like to build healthier habits and reduce the impact procrastination has on your work, your education, or your life in general in as little as a week? In Immediate Action, Meurisse introduces a step-by-step method, complete with exercises and a workbook, to help you break the habit of procrastination in 7 days. And this is Keynote-knowledge's summary of the book, Enjoy. We're in the middle of a pandemic of procrastination. You think it's an exaggeration? Take a look at these confirmed stats. Did you know? 20 to 25% of people chronically procrastinate, affecting not just their work, but their overall lifestyle. Did you know? An astonishing 88% of workers admit to procrastinating for over 60 minutes daily on the job. A whopping 80 to 95% of college students report procrastinating to some degree, highlighting procrastination as a significant issue in academic settings. And around 75% of individuals consider procrastination a personality trait or problem, suggesting a widespread acceptance of procrastination as a part of one's character. These statistics reveal the prevalence and impact of procrastination in both academic and professional environments, indicating a need for strategies to address and manage this behavior. But you can't beat something if you don't know what it is and the psychology behind it. So, what is procrastination? Procrastination is when we avoid tasks we need to do because we don't feel like doing them. Meurisse suggests understanding why we're avoiding these tasks is key. It's normal to procrastinate, and we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves for it. By figuring out why we procrastinate and changing how we approach our tasks, we can develop better habits that help us get things done, even when we're not feeling up to it. Psychological research supports the idea that procrastination is more about struggling with emotions than managing time. Pierre Steele describes procrastination as acting against our own interests, while Fuskia-Siroy links it to avoiding negative feelings associated with tasks. They suggest that dealing with these emotions through methods like self-compassion can reduce procrastination. Despite it being a common issue, with estimates suggesting 20% of US adults are chronic procrastinators, I doubt it's way more. But I'm not a scientist. Understanding and addressing the reasons behind procrastination can lead to overcoming it. This might involve looking at our tasks differently, breaking larger tasks into smaller, more manageable parts, or finding strategies to deal with distractions. In summary, tackling procrastination involves understanding the emotional reasons behind it and adopting strategies that help manage these emotions and tasks more effectively. Okay, but why do we procrastinate? We often delay tasks without really understanding why. Meurisse suggests that procrastination might be a leftover from our ancestors who needed to conserve energy and avoid risks for survival. This instinct might make us see non-essential tasks as energy draining or risky, even when they're not. Although this was useful for our ancestors in avoiding danger, today it prevents us from achieving our goals. Early humans who avoided unnecessary risks by staying safe and preparing their tools were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. This behavior is rooted in the brain's evolution, particularly in the conflict between the limbic system, which handles emotional responses, and the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making. When the limbic system, an older part of the brain, takes over, we're more likely to procrastinate, showing how our brains are wired to prioritize immediate safety and survival. To tackle procrastination effectively, Meurisse encourages understanding and addressing common thinking misconceptions that fuel it. 1. Relying too much on motivation. The misconception here is believing we need motivation to start a task. Instead, Meurisse advises beginning work without waiting to feel motivated. Action often leads to motivation, not the other way around. Techniques to overcome a lack of motivation include rewarding yourself for starting a task, reflecting on how the task aligns with your values, or seeking support from colleagues. 2. Believing our feelings are facts. This involves thinking our emotions accurately reflect reality, a concept known as emotional reasoning. For example, feeling scared of a task might lead us to believe it's beyond our capabilities. Recognizing that feelings are not facts is crucial. A way to combat this is through mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, which teaches recognizing thoughts and feelings as temporary, not truths. By acknowledging that strong emotions about a task are just feelings, you can move past them and tackle the task. Fear of not being good enough is a big procrastination driver. Rather than letting this fear paralyze you, use it as motivation to push forward. Accepting and working through feelings of inadequacy can help you tackle challenges head-on. 3. The future self. One common thought trap is believing that our future self will take care of pending tasks. This notion assumes that a future version of us will be better equipped to handle tasks than we currently are. However, the author challenges this by stating that the future self is not a different person with enhanced capabilities. If we don't work on improving ourselves now, we won't magically be better in the future. This idea ties into the concept of present bias, which means we prioritize immediate comfort over long-term benefits. We often view our future self as someone else, making it easier to postpone tasks. Psychologists like Hal Hershfield and Timothy Peichel suggest that seeing our future self as a continuation of our present self can help reduce procrastination. They recommend strategies such as imagining being in your future self's position and taking even a small step towards task completion now. This not only helps you progress, but also builds a bridge of empathy towards your future self, encouraging a more proactive approach to tasks and responsibilities. 4. Feeling overwhelmed by too many tasks. It is another big reason we procrastinate, according to Meurisse. This clutter of unfinished work can make us feel stuck and unable to start anything. To tackle this, he suggests setting aside time to review and start ticking off unfinished tasks. Completing these can help clear your mind and boost motivation for other important work. We often feel overwhelmed by our to-do lists because our brains fixate on unfinished tasks, causing stress. This habit can make us feel temporarily relieved when we avoid tasks, but it only adds to our anxiety later. To combat this, trying mindfulness and shifting curiosity towards completing tasks rather than delaying them can help. Peter Bregman and Mel Robbins offer practical tips for overcoming the inertia of starting a dreaded task, like just diving in or using a countdown method to disrupt procrastination patterns. Feeling overwhelmed by tasks is common, but breaking them down and starting with small steps can build confidence and reduce avoidance, as suggested by experts like Cal Newport. Recognize your task's urgency to give it immediate attention, potentially by considering its impact on others or the satisfaction of completing it. 5. Distractions. Another factor in procrastination is difficulty focusing, which can stem from overstimulation or distractions like social media. Our modern stimulating environment makes us lose focus frequently. To improve focus, reducing digital distractions and creating a work-conducive routine can help. Establishing a routine signals to your brain that it's time to work, enhancing focus and productivity. Scientists and experts like Brian Tracy affirm that routines not only increase focus, but also boost a sense of accomplishment and well-being, making tackling high-priority tasks first a beneficial habit for long-term happiness and success. 6. Not understanding the task at hand. Understanding the task fully is key to overcoming procrastination. Meurisse explains that confusion about how to start, what the end goal is, or why it's important leads to delay. To combat this, thoroughly review the task's details, clarify your goals, and understand its significance. If needed, ask for advice on how to approach it. Lastly, it's easy to exaggerate tasks in our minds, making them seem insurmountable. Reassess and realistically evaluate each task. Learning from others and breaking tasks into manageable parts can shift your perspective and boost confidence in your abilities. As a form of exercise, Meurisse suggests you start by understanding the reasons behind your procrastination so you can develop more productive habits and a better relationship with your work. So, start by resisting your current procrastination with these 3 steps. 1. Identify the task. Think about something you've been delaying, whether it's work-related, a household chore, or a personal project. Acknowledge what it is and how long you've been putting it off. 2. Understand why. Reflect on the reasons behind the delay. As we said earlier, common causes include lack of motivation, fear of failure, feeling overwhelmed, seeking perfection, or not understanding the task fully. 3. Address the cause. Find a solution tailored to the specific reason you're procrastinating. If motivation is lacking, partnering with a colleague or setting a small reward for completing the task might help. If fear of failure is the issue, breaking the task into smaller, manageable steps can make it less daunting. If you were to remember one principle from this book, let it be this. By actively addressing the root causes of procrastination, you can start to overcome it and move forward with your tasks more effectively. So, start showing you're not a procrastinator by taking action now and liking this video. And if you want to see more videos from Keynote Knowledge, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Until next time.